Alright, guys. Alright, peeps. Alright, Pibbles. I haven't played this game. Well, I've played it, actually, quite a bit. I haven't uploaded a video off of this game in like 2 weeks. Almost 3, I think. So, you guys are getting a whole stream instead. But, no, I'm joking. All my characters are maxed out, I believe. We're in anime style, by the way. Fully upgraded. Cool. So my only objective right now is to collect crystals. Not really even, but whatever. Man, I have the sniffly whiffly. Woohoo! That was cool. Next up. I put her as a thumbnail for the previous stream, but that was before I figured out that it was whack and it wasn't what I was going for at all. I had to fix it and set it to screen capture instead of, well, my ghetto room capture. So let me start out. Not really getting any questions or anything yet. So let me start out by saying this. YouTube is great. YouTube I appreciate. Risotto finna steak. Remember when I used to call him risotto? Those were the days, man. Those were the days. Those were the days where I was in the days. Ah! Those were them. They were, I was gonna say thighs. It's kind of weird. That's actually kind of weird. If you ask me. Get absolutely destroyed. Woo! I was gonna say, let me start off by saying this. So first of all, I deleted Dragon Ball Legends. It wasn't a rage quit. I just, considering I've explained, I think I did in a community post what's going on in my life, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Considering that that's going to be happening very, very soon. Talking less than 10 days. I don't think that Well, I'll probably talk about that in a little bit, but I don't think the other person I'm going to be living with is going to appreciate me playing that game every day. Besides, I gave myself a mental note saying that if it was Master Ultra Instinct, I would, run its course, I'd use that character for a while, and then I would delete the game for like good, essentially. Because that game has been consuming my life, man, and like draining every fiber of my being. You already the same for Burst of Power, but at least I'm getting something out of it when I upload it. And I know you guys are getting something out of it. So I just figured as much. Except I just noticed I'm in anime style, so I'm not sure if you guys are too keen on that. I got the sniffly whifflies. Oh my goodness, that was cool. I don't think that's ever happened before. Okay, I'm gonna go to smooth now. For all you smooth players. See what I did there? Oh. Okay. 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 Let's check this out. Ready? Bam. Her form is really cool. All of the forms are really cool. At this point in time, this game plays very similar to the Final Power Level Warrior now because of the spirit. So all you have to do is anticipate when they're gonna hit you, and you're pretty much good. You're not gonna receive any damage. I'm practically grinding right now. Oh no, I just go to inventory. Alright, I'm gonna fight like real opponents now. Wish me luck. But this is again, I know I already said that joke, but I'm gonna say it again. Cause I keep saying but so also keep sniffling. Oh, I chose the one character that doesn't have what I described. And I'm fighting this, Got him. Got him. Got him. Better not be the same character. Fair enough. He's only got that drip. Oh my gosh, I was pressing block, you chip. Any questions so far? When is update? Do you want to create the game? Um, I barely even know how to code. I took a coding class in high school, but that's about it. I know some of it, but I'm not a big fan. I know that will obviously boo it. I know that there are people out there, and obviously other game developers. I know there's people out there that are like okay with that, and it does have good results if you do something like that you're not really like, oh, I don't want to do it, but hey, if it makes something cool. I know there's some people out there like that, but oh, I'm literally fighting the exact same character. Um, but yeah, that's not my cup of tea, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be able to read the thing, but it's not working. Okay. It's not letting me read comments anymore. Oh well, that's weird. As far as updates go for Burst to Power, I don't know, at the moment it doesn't look like there's gonna be any. Bullet said he was gonna keep working on the game on the side. And so when he was full-time working on the game, it still took a few weeks for updates to come out. So, get wrecked. Get decked and get wrecked. Oh, so that favors a person who uses it afterward. Oh, this is kind of intense. That's all there is to it. Okay, so I might as well spill the beans now, because you guys are gonna find out eventually, and I don't know why I'm so tired right now, but whatever. So for those of you who don't know, I'm getting married. I'm very excited about it. In case I don't sound excited, I know, guys. I just woke up. I'm sorry. Okay. And still, it's gonna be July 4th. So, yay. I know, right? No big deal. Just the same day where the entire United States celebrates their independence from Rocky Road ice cream. No, I'm joking. Being facetious. That was annoying. Already fought her with Rizzo. I want a rematch with Mirror. I'm gonna keep doing that until I get it. Until I get it. I was gonna say something else. I keep forgetting. This is Jared. This is Oh, there's another answer to a question. My real name is Jared, aka Quandale Dingle. This is a message for Quandale Dingle. Oh, okay, this is gonna be fun. I think I already fought him with Rizzo. I mean, in this stream. Oh, guys, I don't know what to talk about. I've got nothing. I've been playing the final power level warrior, recently as well. Like on the side. It's still really fun, actually. Oh my gosh, this is so inconsistent. I tried to switch forms right there. Dude, I'm literally pressing the stupid freaking vanish button. I have no idea what I was gonna talk about now. I don't even remember. Oh, I was talking about the Final Power Level Warrior, right. So I've been playing that a lot again. I want to switch characters, but I seriously want to rematch Mirror and beat him. I have him lost, or 2-0. Oh my gosh. So I've been playing the Final Power Level Warrior more. And it's been pretty fun. I'm really glad that Boo had actually changed the designs. Because the more I look at, like, Rice and even Riceette, I'm like, yeah, their burst of power designs are better, in my opinion. Even though, oh my goodness. I literally... Yay, this is perfect. I'm freaking getting a million notifications in the morning. I don't even know what to do. I can't hit him. He's actively healing, so that's even worse. Why is it so laggy? Literally like 3-in-1 notifications. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I've been playing... I keep saying this, because I don't... I think, for the most part, the main replay value that comes out of the final power level warrior at the moment is purely being able to continuously, like, upgrade, because the limit is so high, and especially because there's no ads anymore. Oh my gosh, you have to switch forms every single time you vanish. Even going, like, offensively. If she tried to attack me right there, I probably would have been toast. Can I fight Mirror again, please? I just want to beat him once. I don't even want to, like, do a catch-up where I, like, beat him twice and I'm like, okay, now we're even. I just want to beat him once. Oh my gosh. What's another thing I could talk about? Oh, Dragon Ball Legends. I have some opinions on the new character. I don't know why I had to say it like that. I already fought you. I literally just want to leave. I'm leaving the match. I literally already fought you. If only it did that with Mirror. Back to back. Okay. That I can at least appreciate a little bit. So, Super Saiyan 3, I'm not a big fan, guys. I know a lot of people were saying, like, oh, it's a reused animation. They do that a lot in games and movies and stuff, so that's not my big problem. My big problem is that this is an anniversary unit. Sorry, the way I said that, because I have a freaking booger in my nose. This is an anniversary unit. I said unit. That's so stupid. I said unit. This is an anniversary unit we're talking about, guys. And he doesn't have... Or he's, And you could argue, oh, but based... This is the third time I'm fighting her. Why can't you do this with Mirror? Anyway. like, I get that Gohan had a similar thing going on, where, yes, he was already in the game. That Gohan, the Bojack one, was already in the game. I get it. But here's the thing. He had a revival ability. And he was like super duper unique, and he had his own gauge. I don't know if the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku has a gauge. I haven't seen gameplay of him outside of... Well, I've seen people in co-op use him, and I guess you could check to see if they have a gauge. Oh my gosh. But, as far as I know, he doesn't have one, so... He's not even, like, special. And then again, you could argue, oh, but base brawler. Gogeta and Murdzamasu didn't have gauges when they came out. That's true, but at least we got two LF anniversary units in the same, or not in the same manner, but at the same time. So you can't even make that comparison. Like, they still did something like crazy with it. Plus, like I said, like, it doesn't go without saying that they were new units completely. We never had corrupted Murdzamasu before, and we never had Gogeta, or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta before. So, on the bright side, I get to play as Rizzo more when looking for Mirror, because I actually really like his, what's it called? Limit Break. I was thinking Limit Break for a second, but I haven't, like, focused on the name in so long, I legitimately forgot. But yeah, it's called Limit Break. Also, I'm going to give my opinions on Burst of Power now that the game has sort of, like, settled in for me. And it's... I don't want to say it's dying. Because actually, the trailer for it has a bunch of views on YouTube. Like, I think almost 1 million. I could be wrong. But it has a lot. I know it has 1 million downloads. That happened a while ago. Come on. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. So, I like that the game is 3D. That's all I have to say right now. I'm trying to do two things at once here, guys. Because I'm trying to focus on when Mirror's gonna show up, because I'm obviously doing something wrong the way I play Rizzo. And he has the highest power level too. Rizzo, by the way, not Mirror. So, like, it's just kind of annoying how there's, like, all these characters I can easily fight with Rizzo. And then there's just one character where I immediately get decimated because he won't let me hit him. I know he's not supposed to, but I think it's because of his regenerating spirit. That's why I'm not able to land a hit on him. But at the same time, like, it shouldn't be impossible. Oh my gosh, I'm not fighting you again. Oh my gosh, finally. So every time he makes me vanish, I'm just immediately going to swap forms. He's still hitting me. How is he hitting me? What am I supposed to do? Oh my gosh, this is worse than when I summoned for another copy of Master Ultra Instinct Goku. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Those aren't even hitting him. Oh my gosh, stop using that attack. Use these ones. Freaking moron. Get wrecked. I don't care if that's cheap. He's using cheap stuff on me because he can infinitely regenerate his spirit. And he just infinite combos me, so I don't even freaking care. I just want to get that over with so I can use a different character. So next time I use Rizzo and Mirror shows up, I'm just gonna do that again. Because he can freaking infinite combo me and I can't do anything back, so I might as well do the same thing to him. Can't even hit Eros anymore. He was he was really close when he did that. I thought he was supposed to be further away. Well. Oh well, I'm playing as Rizzo again. Probably do the same thing with her even. So let me just go character by character, I guess. Um, so I'm talking about my thoughts on the game. Actually, I really do, on that note, I really do appreciate the fact that Bullet made each character unique. Not just in form, but in, like, their abilities as well. Because that makes the game a lot more refreshing when you're not like, oh, I'm just playing as a character with another skin, you know, like Fortnite or something. Your character actually has a lot of meaning to it, to them, and they, it feels more special. Anyway, I'm going to start with Raylene. Raylene, I didn't like her that much at first. I was more excited for Rizzo when the game was first announced and stuff like that. If I'm to be completely honest. But she grew on me because of her being, like, essentially the main character of Burst to Power. And I thought that was just very, interesting. The whole idea behind her story, she's trying to recruit characters and stuff like that. But story aside, I think she's a very well-balanced character. Even with her new, really OP, seemingly, spirit attack. The one that I'm sort of showcasing right now as I play as her. And it's literally the same... What? Okay. Alright, let me fight Rizona again with Raylene again. I don't know why you're making me do this, but cool. But yeah, she's a very balanced character. I really liked what they did at first with her, what he did, not they, because Bullet's one developer. I really like what he did with her psych up at first. That was really interesting. It's like, your character doesn't get that big of a boost, but their spirit is like, it doesn't drain us, or no, it doesn't, it's not that it doesn't drain, but it replenishes really fast. I was gonna say drains slower, but that's not how it works. So, next up, I want to go over Linry. Linry I'm not going to talk about too much in terms of gameplay. I'm not here to talk about story. He was, or at least a lot. He was really interesting in the story. I thought Gloggle was really going to be the main villain. It appeared like Linray was. I mean, Gloggle was the overall villain, I guess. But Linray was like the final villain, and that was really exciting. But in terms of gameplay, like, especially for the player, like, well, obviously for the player, but he's a very, he's pretty much like Raylene. Like, he's balanced. I know he doesn't, like, immediately go into his form like Raylene does, but aside from that, he has very similar stats. He has similar, power-ups, and it just caught me by surprise a little bit when he became playable, but I like it. I like playing as him. So let's go to Rizzo. Rizzo right now is really fun. I think he's the most fun character for me right now. I know I said Rice can be really fun too sometimes if you play him right, but Rizzo is, I think, overall the most fun for me. He doesn't really have any limits. I mean, even his form, like, sort of insinuates that limit break. Like, he can just immediately pop in and out of forms. The only limit I would say that he does has is within the form, is that his spirit doesn't replenish, like, at all. But it's compensated by the fact that his, forms can be immediately activated, and they don't have a timer. So, that's pretty cool. His abilities are pretty cool too. Next, I'm going to talk about Rizona. I know I sort of glossed over Rizzo, but I've been playing him as him for a long time, so I don't really know how I feel too much about that. Next up is Rizona. Rizona's kind of fun too right now. My only problem with her is actually I don't really have any problems with her. She's pretty well balanced. She's a little more on the OP side, if I say so myself, because of her shield ability. But she's the only character that has something similar to, I'm not going to say it outright for copyright reasons, but that ability in Dragon Ball. She's the only one with that ability. Or, like I said, something similar to, but I guess you could, if you count the disc move that Mirror has. But I really like her grace forms. I really like how Bullet made the auras on the characters unique as well, so that even if they have a form without changing hair or whatever, or body, like, or skin, like camouflage or whatever you want to call it, like a skin covering, that the auras still make up for it. And I think Bullet did a really good job with that with Rizona and Rizzo. So next is Rice. I don't really have to explain why he's my favorite. Well, I do have to explain why he's my favorite character. But you guys know he's my favorite character. At least most of you do. I don't know if every single one out there knows that he's my favorite character, but he is. Um, he just gets things done super fast. His spirit regenerates like it's nothing. And I just really enjoy playing as him. His... What's it called? His Spirit Blast is really fun to use. It will almost always hit the opponent unless they vanish. So that's good, no matter where you're standing. One time I was like looking at the end of the screen with him because I was trying to do something like cool. Or I was trying to make it like, I don't know, something with his form. I forgot what I was doing. And I used the blast on accident and it hit the opponent. It was really cool. I was trying to actually make it face the screen when I showed him using it. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to see his arm movement because it looks like a Masenko. Like what? Okay, never mind. Like what a character from a certain series uses. But I like his Berserk form. I think Bullet did a good job with it. It's not yellow like it was in the final Power Level Warrior, but that's okay. So next I'm going to go to Right Set. The Right Set was... She's very balanced too. I don't think she's too OP at the same time. I don't think she's too, like, underpowered. I think Bullet balanced all the characters very well. I can't say any character is, like, weak or, crap or garbage or not meta or whatever. I think all the characters are meta depending on how you use them. Like, for example, the way I use Rizzo against, Mirror and other opponents that I have a very short patience with. That makes him meta, but it's like for Right Set, I wouldn't say that she's necessarily meta. I don't think she has anything that would be meta, but she's still like, she putting in work. She's putting in work. It's because her spirit regens, so that's probably what it is. But anyway, Right Set is very solid, and I enjoy playing as her in this game. Next up, I'm going to go over Risotto. Risotto is right now, I think, the most, in theory, overpowered character. Oh, I'm finding here. Overpowered character because of his Sage Form 2 Prestige. But at the same time, I think, even still, Rizzo takes the place as the most, like, high power level. But Risotto, sorry, has overpowered abilities along with having a high power level. So Rizzo is definitely one of my favorites to play as. Sorry, Risotto. One of my favorites. Rizzo actually is though too, but We're talking about risotto right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, he's an OG too, like what do you expect? He was in all the Power Level Warrior games. Unless you count, what is it called? Legends Within. Get freaking destroyed. Yeah, I also like his ground blast because that's really helpful in certain scenarios. But anyway, I'm going to talk about a roast now. So a roast, a roast, a roast, a roast. Anyway, a roast is a character that um I think he's pretty overpowered. He can double jump. Not every character can do that. I think only him and Raylene can do that, which is very interesting and unique. Oh my goodness. Man, I love that ability. I mean, what do I have to say? His form is cool, it's unique. It's actually, in my opinion, the best form in the game because of how unique it looks. It literally blew me away with, it's not stone skin, what is it called? Oh, I already forgot the name of his form. I'm gonna kind of have to look at that. How did I forget it? Inferno. Blew me away with Inferno. I think it's my favorite by design form in the game. So, I really like Aros. Next up is going to be Mirror. Now, Mirror, I think, is the most, I wouldn't say broken character in the game. He's just the most, oh wow. What do you know? Look, I'm gonna show you how easy it is to beat freaking Rizzo, apparently. If it lets me actually hit him. Yep. So Mirror has the Mirror form, and he has Prestige forms and things like that, which makes him pretty unique. I'd say Mirror is the most unique character in the game. I know I was talking about, how Rizzo has all those, like, not Rizzo, Risotto. Not, yeah. How Rose has the, like, best form because it's unique and stuff and stats, but I think Mirror overall, when it comes to abilities and things, he's the most unique character. And then last but not least, Mista. She's the most broken character in the game. You're about to see why. No further explanation necessary. I like her arcane looking forms. No, they're called mage forms in here, but I like her. Wait, are no, they are arcane on here. I like her arcane forms and Wicca, but I like the one because Wicca 2 is like a mix of arcane and Wicca. So that one's my favorite. I really like it. It reminds me of the Final Power Level Warrior. But anyway, guys, how long have I been streaming for? An hour? Okay, I think that's good enough for now. I'm either gonna do more streams or more videos. I could do both even. But I don't really have a lot of videos to do on here. I could do videos on certain abilities if you guys like the one I just displayed with Mista. Or I can finish the unique character strategies, especially considering with Mirror I had to figure out how to beat him with Rizzo. But there's not really a lot left to do in this game, guys, if I'm to be honest. I'm not saying there's nothing left to do at all. But if I were to probably like upload videos for a month or two, like every day, I would eventually run out of content, I think. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm obviously going to keep uploading videos off this game, but not on a super consistent basis because reality's starting to hit. I'm starting to get a lot of responsibilities, and those things come first. This game is I really like the final this the I really like the Power Level Warrior series and the Burst of Power series. I hope that Bullet continues to work on the next game that he's going to install and reveal to us. And I want to see where that goes because Bullet has a lot of potential as a game developer. Burst of Power and Power Level Warrior have a lot of potential as games. And these things are just they deserve to be bigger. If you ask me, they deserve to be bigger. They have a lot of potential. The games are they're just phenomenal. These are mobile games, guys, and that's the other thing that just gets me is these are mobile games. This isn't a console game, okay? This isn't something where you have to boot up like a big old box with a generator on it and get a headset and a microphone and a controller and wait till you get off work or get off of school or come home from an event like a concert or something to play it. Like while you're like being seated in the auditorium for whatever you're doing, you can play the game while you're waiting for that stuff. And that's really cool. This game is just even if this game were a console game, it would still be phenomenal. That's the thing that gets me. Is I would play this game on a Nintendo 64 or whatever console could run it, and I would be absolutely satisfied. I wouldn't even mind it. But the fact that this is integrated and ported as a mobile game, it just blows my mind. It's insane. I've been saying this for years now, and I'm going to say it again. Bullet is a very underrated developer. The Power Level Warrior series is very underrated as well. I know it's starting to gain some traction now, but it's still not at the place where I'd entirely like agree that it should be. It should definitely have a lot more attention, be bringing a lot more to the table. Well, I mean, it already brings a lot to the table. But I'm saying like it should have more people going to the table because it has a lot on there. You know, it's not like a huge buffet line or anything, but it's like, you know, like you go to Subway or 7-Eleven, it has a lot of decent options in terms of replayability, in terms of characters, in terms of designs, in terms of things like that. And the community, for the most part at the moment, isn't toxic. Like, people aren't making, well, I know I did some, I guess, quotation mark Rule 34, but no one's really making Rule 34. No one's like doing anything inappropriate with it. And again, I'm talking about outside of myself, which now I'm actually working on that, so I can't even say that anymore. But
Our community isn't really doing anything disgusting with this or making any weird fan fictions. We're just, we're letting it be for now. We're like leading it to speculation. Yes, we have ideas of what's going to happen next with the story and things like that, but we're not like set in stone like, oh, this is how this character should be. And if the developer doesn't make this character like this, then we're going to cry and complain and things like that. But at the same time, we're also not like going to make him immune to criticism. Like there are points where in the story it's like things are inconsistent or um like a character reacts in a way that's not a part of their character or that's just very out of line or just doesn't fit well, and you just that's when you point something out and you bring something and you speak about it. But even then, like Bullet heard what we said and he was like, yeah, I didn't intend for this ending to be that, I guess, disappointing or like sad, because I really thought the previous ending to the game was really sad. But Bullet decided to he decided to fix that, and that's much appreciated because not a lot of game developers are able to do that. Like a lot of game developers, they'll look at criticism of their game or criticism of an event that happened or the story, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, we did this because this exists. Like, you're just gonna have to deal with it, you little crybaby." Like, for example, I know a lot of people were fine with it, but a lot of people weren't. The Last of Us 2, when they found out about the whole Joel getting, well, I'm probably spoiling for some people, but it's been a few years now. I don't think people really care too much. When Joel got killed at the beginning of the game, or near the beginning, I haven't played it, so I don't know. People are frustrated. They're like, you're killing off like the fan favorite character. Guys, when I used to play like Assassin's Creed and stuff, I'd be like, this is the best game ever. Da, da, da. And then everybody would be like, no, The Witcher is. And the other example people would bring up is, no, The Last of Us is. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. But people were saying that The Last of Us was like the best game ever for such a long time. Like it was the best video game ever. And I didn't get it. I still haven't played it to this day, but I don't plan to. I think it's like a zombie apocalypse style game or just an apocalypse in general. And I'm not really a huge fan of that. I mean, I know the story's probably really good, which um I'll take that for what it is. But in terms of the gameplay and the setting and things like that, I'm not really a big fan of that style of a game. So please don't like get on my case too much like if I say this, but still, like, I took people's word for it. I'm like, okay, fair enough, that's a good game. Like, I respect that opinion, things like that. But then I hear about what happened to one of the characters in the game that people all really enjoyed, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, you know what? That's kind of messed up. The developer of that game isn't even like caring enough to try and fix it or to be like, well, um, maybe in the next installment they can have something happen, not where the character comes back, because that'd be weird, but where there's another character similar to him, and again, not exactly, because that would be also weird. Um, a character similar to his, where he he just reminds, I forgot their names, but he reminds them of Joel or her of Joel, and things can work out that way, I guess. But I just think it's all that to say that I think it's crazy how the developers, I think it's Naughty Dog, if I remember correctly, how they didn't listen to the fans and they just stuck up for themselves. And I mean, it's not wrong to stick up for yourself, but these are your customers. These are people that want to continue to, that you should want. to continue to invest money into you. And I get it. There's a broader audience when you like make certain choices with gaming, and you can't please everyone. I get it. You know, it's impossible to please everyone. But at the same time, there's like, you know, people are going to talk about the consistencies of the stories, and they're going to be like, hey, guess what? I played this game, the first game, and the second game was just as good, if not better. And I'm really a fan of both, and I liked the direction that the game took. Took. I meant to say just took. But that's something that you should look forward to, is you should like, you know, have a community starting and be like, hey guys, like, you know, this was really cool and this happened, or even memes and stuff, and it's all consistent. But now the memes are against the game. It's like, oh, remember this guy? Like, this is him now. Like, feel old yet? Stuff like that. And it's just humiliating. And all of that to say this, Boolit, I really appreciate how, if you're watching the stream, how you do the Power Level Warrior Burst of Power franchise, because you actually listen to your fan base, you listen to the players, and you give us what we want, even if it risks you losing your account. I mean, you're not going to do that again, probably, but like that's why carrot and vegetable and hop set and sickle were added to the game, guys, because people asked for it, and Bullet delivered. He's like, you know, I can't put Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, and Piccolo in the game directly, but I can make a alternate character that looks very similar, and that's what he did. But even still, I guess that wasn't enough until he was like, "Oh, these guys are like direct rip-offs. Like they looks too much like Goku, or too much like Vegeta. So, you know, we're taking this game down." But even still, Bullet decided to work past that and make another game even that's even better. That, well, in my opinion, is even better and has been even more enjoyable than the last. Because that's the thing, guys, with Bullet is like he never stops improving. He's like Hit in Dragon Ball Super. He says he continues to improve and things like that. And he's like, I'm still improving. Like there's still things I can learn. That's because that's a mentality that we should have, like as people and in general in society and in all things. You should always have that mentality. Is that even if you do mess up, even if you do make a mistake, even if you do something that's wrong, to correct that mistake, to correct that wrong, make it right, make something good out of it. And that's what Bullet does, guys, with his games. Is he makes the best out of a bad scenario, out of the worst scenario, guys. Because that's something I didn't even imagine would happen either. I didn't know that, you know, Google would be like that, where they would want to take down the game and um, remove it because of a couple of lookalikes. Because the game wasn't entirely Dragon Ball based. I mean, yes, it had very similar features to it, but it wasn't entirely like a story about the Dragon Ball characters or the ripoffs, I mean, or anything like that. It was a story based off of the Burst to Power characters. And yes, like I guess in the game there was like the Yasen saga, the God Yasen saga, things like that. But the overall story had nothing to do with Dragon Ball. And it's not like he was making the characters like a fools of themselves, or he was claiming them as his own. I don't even think he for 1 second did claim carrot, vegetable, sickle, or hop set as his own design. Like he still was like, you know, these are, you know, just a reference, if anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Well, that's my opinion. I get it. There's copyright stuff involved, and I think the main reason why it was taken down is not even because of Bula himself. You know, I think that the reason why those other games were taken down was because Bullet, or not Bullet, but because other developers had games and they still have them to this day. I literally got ads for this other game where there's a character that looks like a mix of Broly and Shallot. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But they have other games that rip off Dragon Ball, like directly rip Dragon Ball off. Like they have the same exact designs, they have the same exact characters, and they don't even sugarcoat it. They don't even give the characters different names. They literally call him Goku. They might spell the character's name a little bit differently, but it's literally just Goku again. I get with vegetable. It was literally like Vegeta vegetable, so I get it. But like with this game, like it's literally just Goku, Frieza, things like that. And those games like that, in my opinion, deserve to be taken down because they're not even like trying to make it a unique thing. They're not even trying to make something unique and special out of it. They're just straight up like, hey, we ripped off Dragon Ball, and if you like this game, come play it. Because we worked so hard on it, like 5 seconds of copying and pasting, and we would really appreciate it if you gave us your money for characters that it's not even as good as Dragon Ball Legends. See, that's the thing that gets me is it's not even that good. Like those games like that, they're just there's no quality. Like it has the quantity, it has all the characters, it has all the levels. Like you could level up to level a billion probably in those games, but there's no quality. It's like it's like one of those like 2D like idle hero games or things like that where it's just like turn based and stuff like that. And if you don't have any characters that are a high enough level, you're gonna lose. And I get it with Power Level Warrior, that's very similar. But in the final Power Level Warrior, if you knew how to play the game, which is basically spam the shield button, but if you knew how to do that, you could be like level 20 fighting a level 50 and you could still win. You know, it's skill based. Those games aren't skill based, they're numbers based. And that's not always fun because I don't play a game for numbers. I mean, I used to play Cookie Collector, so I guess that was numbers. But I don't play a game for numbers alone. I play a game for the skill sets, the abilities, the content overall. Because numbers isn't content. Numbers is variables. Numbers is what are you trying to put in or what are you trying to receive with what you're putting in? What are you trying to sow with what you reap? Are you trying to reap a bunch of numbers? Or are you trying to reap a bunch of skill sets in something that you enjoy from time to time? And I'm talking about as if this were something like really important in life. I get it, it's a video game, it's not super duper important. But this thing, I mean, people enjoy stuff like this. Like, for most of my life, I've been playing video games, and I enjoy them because they're a way to kill time. When I'm idle, when I'm not busy, things like that. And that's how Burst of Power and the Final Power Level Warrior have been for me. I mean, I know I've played other games on the side as well. Like, I know you guys have seen me play Call of Duty for a little bit. I played Assassin's Creed for a little bit. I made an entire Assassin's Creed Rogue series. But then I deleted it because the quality was really bad. And I deleted a lot of videos back then, actually. Because I was insecure about this girl that I liked. But, that aside, this game has been it's been an experience for me because I haven't worked directly with Bullet and I haven't really developed any part of the game in any way, shape, or form unless you account for designing. But I do think Bullet has considered a lot of the things that I did say, and I don't even understand why. I just really appreciate it because I don't think that like I would have deserved normally to be able to design the form for three different characters and also indirectly design Mista's form. And I just think it's amazing how he listens to the community. He is involved in the community. He posts updates when he's busy with something. He has a child, which that's mind-boggling to me. Is that he has a like child while he's working on video games. That must be really difficult. I don't even understand or comprehend how difficult that may be. And he just delivers like he's just delivered these awesome games to us, and I don't think um it's just crazy because like 5 or 6 years ago I just looked up on the App Store Dragon Ball, and the first game I saw was Power Level Warrior 1, and I played it, and I looked to the side and it said Power Level Warrior 2 coming soon, and that's how it started. And I was really excited for these games, and Power Level Warrior 2 blew me away. I mean, it was very wonky, and the gameplay wasn't very smooth, but it gave me so much enjoyment, and I'm like, this is a mobile game. And I wanted to show it to my friends and stuff, and some people were like, oh, that's cool. Some people didn't care. Now looking back at it, I probably wouldn't have done it that way. If anything, it would have been like I don't play the game at first, but I talk about it, and then people are like, "Oh, okay." So then when they look at what I'm talking about, they're like, "Oh, that makes sense." But if they're just seeing me jump around, look at me beating a character up, and they're like, "What is that?" I know there's just a different approach to it, and that be an opinion thing because there might be some times where people are like playing a game, someone comes by and goes, "What's that?" But that's because they have that interest first. It's not because you're like shoving it in their face, making them eat ramen noodles when they want to eat like beef jerky. So, yeah, guys, this game is like beef jerky to me. I prefer it over ramen noodles. And ramen noodles would be like console games, things like that. Because, like I said before, console games are stationary. With mobile games, you can go anywhere you want and play them. And I get it, console games have a lot better graphics, things like that. But in retrospect, guys, in my opinion, and I know a lot of you guys are probably like hardcore gamers, so you guys play a lot of video games, stuff like that. But for me, at my current stage in life, I'm not really a big fan of video games that much anymore. However, Burst to Power is definitely a game that's going to be remembered, and not just remembered. I'm going to keep this thing on my device. I'm always going to have a phone. I'm not always going to have an Xbox. I don't even have one right now. I'm not always going to have a PS5. I'm not always going to have a Nintendo Switch. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of my Nintendo Switch right now. And it's the light one, so don't get too excited. But Burst of Power, I'm going to be playing this game for a while, guys. Going forward. Even if the game never updates. If Bullet stops working on it completely and works on a new game, then if I do get bored, I'll just play it over again. Like, I mean, bored of having all the stats. I don't think I will, though. I think I'd rather just keep my character super OP and just have fun fights every now and then. Because then if I have to work up to it, I'm going to spend a lot of time. And since I'm going to be married soon, I don't think my wife would appreciate that. Or I guess soon to be wife. At the time, she'll be my wife. So, anyway, with all that being said, guys, I was gonna say thank you guys for watching, but I'm trying to think if I remember to answer any questions. I know people asked if I'm working on the game. I'm not a developer for Burst of Power, guys. I get that a lot. People are like, "Oh, you added this character, or could you add this?" I'm like, I can't add anything, guys. I don't even know how to add a cursor to a website, and you guys want me to change something in a game I'm not even developing. Okay. And I get it. You guys didn't know that before. I'm just letting you know now. Like, I'm not a developer for Burst of Power. I know people are still going to ask because I get new subscribers and new people joining the channel and, what's the word? Just joining in. So, I get it. You know, not everybody knows, but I am not the developer for Burst of Power. That title goes to Bullet. Bullet deserves all the praise for the game that he's making. I haven't done a single thing in the game. Except maybe inspire the forms of the characters and be a Rice fanboy. Aside from that, I haven't really contributed to the game at all. So there's that. But I know you didn't ask that. You just asked if I knew if there's going to be any updates upcoming soon, and I cannot answer that question for you. If you'd like, you could inquire to Bullet about that, but at the moment, I don't. I don't see any updates. Updates. Hey, mate, you got an update. I don't see any updates coming out like within this month or so. Maybe next month there might be something that Bullet lets us know about. I mean, to be fair, we haven't gotten like even an official like text update since I think April or May. I can't remember. Maybe the beginning of May. I don't know. I assume April though. I can't remember exactly. But around that time is when I met my soon to be bride, and that's why I've been slowly uploading. Like, it's been a very slow process for me because I haven't been playing the game as much in general. So that answers your question. And I know someone asked something else. Like, I forgot. Here, let me see if the comments will work again because I haven't been working. No, they're not working. I don't get it. I don't know why the comments won't work anymore. They're not popping up on the side like they normally do. So there's that. But I'm going to answer a little more questions that maybe haven't been asked or maybe have been asked I just couldn't see. Are there going to be any more characters added to the game? I don't know. From the looks of it, I don't think so. I think Bullet's done adding all the characters he possibly can to the game. I believe there's 10 characters right now, which would be, let's see, Raylene, Linry, Rizzo, Rizona, Rice, Ricette, Risotto, a Rose. Yeah, 10. Mirror and Mista. I think 10 characters is fine for the game, considering the final power level warrior had, I think, 19 characters. I think 10 is perfect, considering they're all very unique and everything like that. They feel like more than one character. Each character feels like three characters, if I'm to be completely honest with you. So the game has, in terms of value, like quality wise, it has over 30 characters, if you ask me. At least compared to the final power level warrior. If we're comparing that to burst of power, it definitely has more than it did before. Even though I had less characters, it still feels like more characters because they're all unique. They have a unique design to them. They have their own unique abilities, things like that. So that is my opinion as far as that goes. But even still, I don't think Bullet's going to be adding any more characters to the game. As far as the story goes, again, I'm just asking my own questions because, again, I'm sure you guys have asked them yourself, but I don't know because I can't look at the comments for whatever reason. But as far as the story goes, I don't think Bullet is going to complicate the story any further. I think the story has run its course. I think the story is like very complete. There's not a lot that has to left. There's not a lot left to be added to the story. The story is, I think, completely finished. It was definitely better than the story was before. The story before was very, I wouldn't say confusing. It was just still very disappointing. And now the story has a lot more depth to it. And the fact that there's multiple endings alone makes it a lot more enjoyable. There's more description for each ending. I mean, yes, it has the same cutscene at the end, but there's a description for it, like what happens and why it happens that way. But the overall ending to the story, I'm very satisfied with it. And I'm sure a lot of you are now too. And I don't think Bullet should change that up any further. So we'll go with that. Are there going to be any more forms added? Yes, I do believe there's going to be more um, power-ups added, because that's the word I like to use before, is power-ups. They are still called forms. I think form isn't that too big of a deal now that I think about it. Transformation, whatever you want to call it. I do think there's going to be more transformations. Oh my gosh, my phone just fell. To burst of power. Probably not a ton of them. I would really appreciate it, Bullet, please, if you had calm mode. That's just my one wish, is that calm mode is added. I know this is very late in the stream, so I don't know if he's watching it right now or even afterward. I don't know if he's going to be willing to watch the entire stream all the way through. But if you do bullet, the calm mode, like, yeah, number one priority. No, I'm joking. You don't have to add calm mode, but I do believe bullet is going to add more forms, if anything. Um, I know he adds them in the forms of like awakening tiers. So there's like three versions of each form, but I wouldn't even want that. I just want like if there's one like tier of the form and it's like the ultimate tier where it's like, this is the end all be all for this character's awakening tree and their journey to becoming one of the strongest warriors. That would be pretty interesting. But yes, I do believe there's going to be more forms added to Burst of Power because I don't know why there wouldn't be any more forms added. It's just one of the staples of the game. I know in the Final Power Level Warrior, each character had like four tiers of forms, which that's where the uniqueness did come from in that game was the designs and everything. But with this game, there's like more abilities and stuff like that. So that stuff sort of makes up for the lack of forms. Even still, technically, there is a lot more forms in here because of each individual tier has three levels, three stages, but they're not necessarily like design wise that different. So that's how that goes. Is there going to be a level cap that's going to be reached further than I believe it's currently 500 or 400? I think it's 500. Yeah, 500. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it did go up a little bit, maybe to 600 or 750. I don't see it going to 1,000. If it does go to 1,000, that would be interesting because it would give the game a lot more replayability. Because right now, since I maxed everyone out, I'm a little less encouraged to play the game. And I'm more encouraged to play the Final Power Level Warrior due to that fact alone. But the gameplay itself is better in Burst of Power, so I'm probably going to be playing Burst of Power for a majority of the time left that I play bullet games. I'm not saying I'm gonna stop playing bullet games. I didn't mean it like that, but like as often as I do play it, I'm probably gonna be playing Burst of Power more because of the fact that it's a more unique game and it's just better overall. It's more grounded. It has more features to it, but the Final Power Level Warrior does have that feature, I guess, or ability to where you can continue to play it up until a certain point, which is 9999. However, that's going to take you forever to reach. I don't see anyone reaching that anytime soon, especially without the ads now. Even with the ads, it seemed like it could take someone a decade to fully max out your character and take them all the way to that level, let alone get all the prestiges done, which I don't even think there's a cap on those. I do think maybe there's a level 999 cap on that as well. And just good luck reaching that. That's all I have to say. So that game definitely has like almost an eternal, like it'll spend you a lifetime to upgrade every character completely. So that game definitely has a lot of replay value, but I do think that would help burst the power a little bit, just to keep it continuous a little more and more engaging and more to look forward to as players play it. Because once they start reaching by that 500, they're like, okay, this is like where my journey is about to end. Because for me, my journey has ended, but I'm still going to play the game because it's really fun. And that's how that goes. So, as far as level cap goes, I do think it might increase, but I don't know for sure. So, let me talk about something else, or think of another thing that you guys might be asking. Is there going to be more stages added? I don't think so. I think the current stages that are in the game are pretty decent. There's nothing, there's no gap that needs to be filled when it comes to the stages. There's the magma stage, there's things like that. It's, I don't think it's something that Bullet's going to be losing sleep over when it comes to adding. I don't think it's anything even the players are going to be losing sleep over as far as content when it comes to Burst of Power. But it would be cool if Bullet didn't add another stage, if you ask me, because right now the stages are fun to play as, but they're just, I don't know. I do like how there's rain. Like there's different weather conditions. There's different times of day, and I really appreciate that Bullet did that. So, you know what? I don't. I don't really think there's much left that Bullet needs to add because I think he did. Yeah, he added the different times of day for each stage. So, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think Bullet is really gonna either A, lose sleep over it, or B, even intend to add more stages because that's gonna be a lot of work. So as far as that goes, I think Bullet is perfectly fine. So I don't think he's going to be intending to add more stages. So I don't see why he would. It would be cool if he did, but again, it's not something that I keep using this analogy that anyone's going to lose sleep over. I need to think of another analogy, something that people aren't going to be upset about. That's not really an analogy, but it's facts. So there's that. Are the crystal and ability point caps going to be increased? That I think is very unlikely. It's still possible, but unlikely. I don't see that happening. If it does happen, that's going to be quite insane because the caps for these already alone are pretty decent. And the fact that you have the inventory cache and, you know, storing up resources to purchase things in the game, I think it's pretty well done. Like I'm talking about me right now. So I don't think there's anything to worry about too much there, but we'll see. I don't think he's going to change that though. I think it's fine the way it is. Is Bullet going to increase the ranks and add more stages to rank? Now this I know this could be very controversial and debatable. Right now, I think the rank is perfectly fine where it's at. I mean, it's not 100. I know a lot of people think 100 is a magic number for gaming. Like, after 100, it's like, oh, that's when the real stuff starts to happen. Or when you hit 100, it's when the real things start to happen. I don't think so. I think 65 is fine. The characters are fairly difficult to fight. It's not impossible, but I think it's very balanced. You're not gonna have too much trouble fighting the opponents, but at the same time, they're gonna give you a run for your money. So it just depends on how your stats are at the time. But I don't think that ranking really needs a lot of work. It's fine the way it is. It's like when you talk to your girl and she says like, should I put makeup on or should I do this? I know that probably rarely happens. I mean, my fiance has never asked me, given me a suggestion as to what she should wear. She's just shown me what she wears and asks me then. It's like, here, let me give you an example as opposed to a suggestion. But when it comes to rank, if ranking was a woman, again, I'm talking about the game. If it was a woman and she asked me like, do I need to put on a certain dress or do I need to increase my levels, things like that, I'd be like, I think you're fine just the way you are. So you don't have to worry about that. So I think ranking is fine the way it is right now. So I don't think Bullet is going to change that at all. So there's my opinion on that. And last but not least, I think something people might be asking is Bullet going to add anything to the shop or remove ads like he did with Final Power of a Warrior? For the first one, I think it's possible he could add stuff to the shop. Maybe he can add I don't know, an alternate outfit. I know that might take a while, but he could do something like that. Aside from that, I don't think he would add anything to the shop. Because right now the shop is just for gaining resources faster if you'd like. If you ask me, I'm not trying to steal Bullet's money right now, but if you just play the game, you can get resources pretty quick anyway. And in my opinion, I'd prefer you actually buy the game because then it's easier to get resources fast. And it's like a long-term investment as opposed to a short-term. Like, oh, let me get these crystals right now so I can immediately upgrade my character. But then there's a long-term. It's like, I'll get more crystals and ability points and XP so I can continuously upgrade my character. So that would be my suggestion for you. But when it comes to settings and no, wait, was I talking about settings? No, I was talking about the ads. I don't think the ads are going to be removed because the ads right now are his only way of getting income for the game aside from people buying it. So I don't think that's gonna happen either. But anyway, okay, I know you guys probably have a question for me, and I still have been avoiding it this whole however long I've been streaming, like an hour and a half. Where have I been? Um, and the answer to that question is just going to be very short and sweet. Ask my fiance. Who's your fiance? Exactly. In other words, guys, I'm literally freaking getting married in less than 10 days. So, I apologize if I'm not going to be available that much or uploading that much. It's probably not going to be very consistent. I might not even upload for the next 10 days. Who knows? I might not even upload after I get married. I mean, there's going to be a honeymoon and everything. So, yeah, there you guys go. That's Base Brawler for you. And Bullet. And Bullet, guys, like, if you haven't subscribed to him or checked out his Facebook page or anything like that already, please do. Um, he hasn't been very active lately, and I'm a little concerned about that. I know he said he's working on another project with someone else. I don't know if it's a game or anything like that. I don't think he really specified. And I'm pretty sure it is a game, though. I don't know what else he'd be working on. I don't know where else his skills would be available for. Maybe coding a website or something. My brother-in-law does that, my sister's husband. But I don't know. But I just hope he's not discouraged to continue to work on Burst of Power because it is a really amazing game. And even his next project, I'm sure that's going to be even more groundbreaking and solid. And it's going to just blow our minds. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be amazing. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that may be, or stream, whatever it's going to be. I have no idea yet. Ask future me, okay? Future me will be here. Not today, not tomorrow, maybe a week later, maybe a month later. Who knows? But future me will have something for you guys. And you guys are going to love it. I think. I don't know. I'm not too confident. But I hope you guys love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I already said it, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I love making videos. I'm not always the best at doing it, but I try, okay? And I get an A for effort, right? I get that golden sticker. I get that participation trophy, right? No, I'm joking. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a nice day if you're not already having one, and goodbye.